Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 56 of the Frisky Whisker.
Nice, man.
I know we've made
56.
Tonight, we got a pretty interesting little stack up.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about one of these, actually both of these whiskeys. We've had a variation on our show in the past.
Yeah, we have.
Mike D, what the heck are we doing?
This is now from my personal collection now, the volume 2, if you will.
Oh.
We did volume 1 with you.
Yeah, we did.
And when we did volume 1 with you, we did a Booker's.
We did do the Bookers.
So I have gone out now. I've gotten 2 over the times of my hunting. I can't always control which ones I'm buying because they're there.
Yep.
So we got the 2 here. We're going to talk about them as we go. And then
Okay.
the other one from my personal collection, which I just got. And I felt like I had to share this with you because it was from one of our favorite liquor stores, Inlet Liquors.
We do love Inlet.
It's one of their barrel picks.
And they always have amazing barrel picks there.
Yes, and we'll talk about that too. And
Okay.
as you can tell, I already had a taste of it. We'll talk about it, but it was a very nice pick there. It wasn't very expensive. We'll talk about that when we taste it.
All right.
But I'm excited about this because these are things that as my collection's building up. I want to. Now I had tasted, which I can't remember which one of these I tasted right now without looking at it, a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I don't even remember. I could have swore I tasted it with you. I don't believe I can't believe I tasted it.
You know what's funny is like even my Bookers, I still have it, and I've barely tagged on it every once because it's like every once in a while I really want to try it again just to remember how delicious it is.
Yeah.
But it's like it's going to be gone. Like once it's gone, that's it. It's not like an easily replaced whiskey. It's one of those.
Yes.
Like once it's gone, it's gone.
Right, and I think we've gotten to that point, even with our collection of drinking and what we have, that we know there are certain ones that we just really
It's like you sip on it here and there.
Certain people get to taste it when they come over.
Yeah,
and
it's not like there's anything like magically special about them. It's just
you
it's
don't even like it when you taste it.
Right? It's a limited batch. It was meant for that specific period. And then once those bottles are gone,
it is a story.
Replacing them is going to be very difficult.
It's a good story. It's got a little thing behind it. But yeah, it's
actually I like all the Bookers, like all the stories behind them. Even if the whiskey itself isn't like super great, the fact that there's a cool story behind it.
Because as we learned doing our blind tasting,
yeah,
the lowest priced whiskey beat the highest priced whiskey as what thought was the best tasting whiskey.
I will stand by that decision every single day of the week because
I tell people that story.
I have talked about me not being super impressed by Blanton's.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about blends. We're not talking about blind tasting.
I veered off. We're going to go in. We're going in. So
which one are we starting with?
So I want the Bookers to be back to back.
Okay.
But so I think we do the Yellowstone first.
Let's kick it off.
So this Yellowstone is a handpicked collection.
Okay.
It is from Inlet Harbor. It is barrel number 27,059, barreled in 2019.
Okay.
It is 115 proof.
Oof, that is a spicy boy.
It's got a little spice behind it.
These are all kind of high proof ones tonight.
Oh well, we got to be careful how I pour.
Yeah.
So just make sure I don't. We'll see what happens.
Don't get too slappy.
I played golf today, so I'm a little weak. My arm.
Oh God, it's a full glass.
Have to pour more. Can't control the. But
you got the golf shakes.
Golf shakes. So I play golf today, and I play golf with 3 cool guys. I wasn't planning on playing golf. I tried to get you to play, but you had personal things to go do.
I know.
Selfish of you to do that. Take care of your own stuff.
How dare you take care of
and not
things.
play golf with me.
That's happened twice now, and I feel really bad about it.
It's got a nice smell.
Yeah, it does. On the nose, it's. I mean, all right. So these are bourbons, and so there is.
Let me see something.
There's the heat. You can definitely tell that this is a little bit higher proof. There's a little bit of that ethanol. Mm-hmm. But there's, caramels. It's like nice and pleasantly sweet.
This is an allocated bottle. Will this one taste different than the other bottles? Or is this allocated for that batch for them? That's not specially made, right?
No, that's not necessarily specially made.
It's just they're the ones picking that barrel.
Well, so from my understanding of Barrel Selects, and anybody can feel free to comment, on YouTube where we post these, right? But my understanding of barrel picks, right, is Inlet purchased, either the barrel or they were given the opportunity to purchase a set amount of bottles from a
that-
set amount of
okay,
batch,
okay,
right?
okay.
And so that's usually how that works, in my understanding. So that's why, if you're part of like the Sazerac giveaway thing, right, you get the opportunity to buy a barrel,
Right.
right, and then they'll bottle that barrel for you. Now, granted that you'll come in with like 13 grand to buy that barrel,
Right.
depending on the whiskey, of course. But like, they'll bottle it for you and they'll provide it to you, and then from there you can do whatever you need to do.
Okay, so I found it actually on their website.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is just not necessarily the barrel select, but this is the actual one.
That's just our same label, so it's
Okay.
that's probably the label they use for that.
Yeah, and then they just on the back it says bottle for
yeah,
Inlet.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy the. You can actually buy the barrel. We should go do that.
Yeah.
Meet the family.
I mean, honestly, that's. I think that's goals for the Frisky Whiskey. I would love for us to be able to one day, with the support of all of our listeners, and if you buy our merch and do stuff like that, right?
No hints on no hints on flavors though. Yeah, I know. Buy our merch.
Yeah, because that helps support the things that we do, and then that would ultimately end up affording us the opportunity to purchase something like a barrel, and then maybe sell them to the folks out there who want to be a part of it. But anyway, so the smell is great.
The smell's great.
There's like a little banana.
Banana bread.
Yep.
Call banana bread.
Yeah.
We gotta get over. How we say these things.
So ethanol, caramels, banana bread.
Definitely ethanol. Okay, well I'm going.
All right, let's do it. Wow.
That's incredible. It's got heat, but so smooth.
So the weird part is I tasted cinnamon
The cinnamon
at the
there.
very front, and then it was like that alcohol,
and the cinnamon came back.
and then it kind of came back.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
feel like I just had like one of those like cinnamon hot balls you used to suck
Yeah,
on.
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Where like
yeah.
it would get like sometimes it would mellow out, get a little, and then it like picks back up again. The atomic fireballs, that's what they were called.
Yep.
We used to dare each other how many you could put in your mouth.
It never worked out well.
No, I never did.
And it just looked like you were bleeding from the gums.
Yeah, and then you went and got a gobstopper and sucked on that for like 3 days.
The giant ones.
Right, and you got pissed off when someone like lost it, and it fell on the floor, and you still sucked on it.
You rinsed it off and you kept going.
You weren't giving up on that
no.
gobstopper, man.
You never give up on it.
So back to play. I was playing golf today. So I met these three really cool guys. Hopefully, one guy's gonna check out my our podcast.
Yeah.
But when the guy I was driving with, his name was Cappy.
All right.
Old Cappy. No, he was a really cool guy. Cappy was a chill guy to play golf with. Man smoked a cigar the entire time.
I appreciate that.
I did too. Man smoked a cigar the entire time. It was awesome. It was just a cool guy to hang out with.
All right.
And then two guys were younger guys, and they were playing golf, but they were chill to hang out with. Unfortunately, it was so slow today.
I hate that.
It was a 5-hour round.
We've talked about like long
I-
rounds where it kind of
mentally-
like it keeps you out of the groove
Yeah,
just
mentally
enough.
it's hard for me
Yeah.
to. I was by the end. I didn't even care anymore.
I mean, we usually play like 3 hour, 4 hour rounds.
4 hours,
Like almost on the dot.
Yeah,
Like,
3.5 to 4 hours. You
Yeah.
know. In wintertime, it's usually 4 because it's busy. But like, it was just busy today.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I
it was
mean, a
just-
beautiful day. It's
yeah.
the holiday weekend.
I mean, I'm glad I got out and played. Then I went and bought some more fireworks. So I had these coupons. You gave me one.
I did give you one.
And I had another one that came in the mail. I'm like, oh, I got 2 of them. So, you can't use them both in the same day. So I went on Thursday. So the coupon was buy one up to $999 of any item in that store, and you get 2 for free.
Yep.
Of equal price.
Yep.
So I went and got like this first thing was like $270, and then I got 2 more. I had the guy help me. I'm like, listen, set me up.
Yeah.
And then today I did the same thing. Went back. Only this time I only got 2 big things, and I got one of those like packs, which I'm kind of curious. That pack has like a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah.
So we maybe.
I think actually last 4th of July I bought one of those packs and it was actually pretty impressive.
Okay. Oh, I got like when I was talking to the guy, this thing I got. He goes, that's one of the best ones we have right now. It's called Excalibur.
Ooh.
And it's like a 21 shot mortar kit.
Like a kid. Yeah.
It's just, but it's all mortars. Like.
So you get the little tube and you get to drop them in and it's
No, those tubes are already preloaded. You just light them. It's all preloaded. Like the big big tubes. This is like a 21 tuber.
Hell yeah. That's gonna be badass for
I got
4th of July.
I got
man.
some big boxes, man. I'm excited for 4th of July.
Dang.
Then I was just like, I got a couple small things to go with. I got the mortars for maybe tonight if we drink too much.
Yeah. We
How
got to celebrate,
I think we're talking about how my daughter light them off for us.
Yeah.
So
We'll give her a sparkler. It'll be fine
she's too old for sparklers now.
to light them off.
Well, this is very good.
It actually keeps smelling better and better.
Yeah. The more it breathes,
The less of the ethanol.
So I know when I tasted this, I did not do this on ice. I was on a phone call with somebody in my office. And I just grabbed a glass of it and started opening while I was talking to them. I'm like, I need my payroll.
Help, payroll.
I need my payroll.
No, this is really good though. I will say, like, I'm not sure you could tell it's 115. You could tell it's hotter.
Yeah, I mean, people who don't drink whiskey, yes, this would be too much for them.
Yeah,
but
I will agree. Okay, I will retract my statement because you're absolutely right. Because I remember the first time we tried Booker's,
we could handle it.
or the other one that Steve brought that was 136.
That was our training wheels. Yeah.
We could barely, like, we were sipping
Now
really slow. Now we're just like, all right.
Yeah, like Evan may have a hard time with this one.
Maybe.
But I think Viv.
Well, he said he didn't have high proofs yet. He was like 100.
Viv would like this. She likes her heat.
Well, she likes the lip burn.
Yeah, and this has definitely a nice little burn.
Yeah, it would definitely do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you pay attention to the current events in the news, man? I got some current events going on. Something's really bothering me, actually.
Oh, boy.
It could be political. I don't even know if it's political or not. You got to tell me, okay? You stop me if it's political.
If it's political, we ain't talking about it.
You stop me if it's political, okay?
Okay.
So somewhere in Indiana, a judge
Yeah.
has decided, apparently, the age-old question and made a judgment on it,
Oh, boy.
okay? And we're going to talk about what his qualifications were to make this judgment. Because this could be a game-changing thing for both parties.
Okay.
Is a taco and a burrito considered to be a sandwich?
Oh, boy.
And this judge said, yes, it's a sandwich. Now, like, who is this judge to say that? Is he an expert on Mexican cuisine?
First off, was this like a actual legal case?
Yeah. Apparently, it was in the court system for quite some time. Because there's different implications of it being a sandwich to being not a sandwich, entree, or meal thingy. And to me, I don't know. But obviously, it had to be something. So, like, I'm like, I think the Taco Bell people are really upset about it. I think they're petitioning right now.
But I mean,
this could be political, man. Like, whoever decides, maybe, like, what if, like, one of the candidates say,
to be fair,
tacos are not sandwiches, and the other guy says, yes, tacos are sandwiches.
To be
then
fair,
it turns into a political thing.
I kind of agree.
What, is it a sandwich?
Yeah.
Is it?
And I think a burrito is a wrap.
Is it a sandwich? Is it a wrap sandwich?
I mean, they're sold at sandwich shops.
Well, this is soup sold at sandwich shops. You don't call it a sandwich soup.
Soup is not a sandwich.
You don't call it sandwich soup.
But you don't. What? What?
No, I mean, I just.
But it's like hot dogs are also sandwiches.
Hot dogs between a bun. So yes,
yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought it was so funny when I read that. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This is actually a court case.
But yeah, honestly, I don't know why that's even a topic for debate.
So
like,
apparently,
why we have to make it
this
legalized.
judge in Indiana got tired of it. The thing was in the courts for years, apparently. So I don't know. Maybe in Indiana you get taxed differently for a sandwich
versus a taco.
What would not be a sandwich, which would be a meal or something. I don't know.
I guess it would just be a taco.
Right, a sandwich. I like, to me, maybe a taco's a taco. Is it
I mean,
a sandwich?
but that's the thing is, you don't call, like, even if it is declared to be a sandwich, it's still going to be a taco.
Taco sandwich.
But you don't have to call it sandwich.
Now,
we just said hot dogs are sandwiches when they're in the bun, but you just still call it a hot dog in a bun. You don't call it
our taco sandwich, though, on their menu has a Mexican sandwich on the menu.
the tortas. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tortas
so that's
but
a
it's the same.
But it's not a taco.
It's similar ingredients.
It's a bread. No, it's a bread. Have you ever had it? It's a bread.
Yeah.
Okay, it's on bread. It's a national sandwich.
Yeah.
So that's a sandwich.
And how is a taco shell not bread?
I don't know. See? No one knows.
Because it is.
Right. See, told you it's going to become political now.
A house divided.
The frisky whiskey is divided. All right, so, you listen to the show, chime in on our Instagram. And what do you guys think out there? Is a taco and a burrito a sandwich?
I think a taco's a sandwich.
Honestly, I don't care. I just thought it was so funny. So now, I just want to be...
It doesn't really matter. They're good either way.
I want to be the devil's advocate. Like, no, it's not a sandwich, man. It's a taco.
But then define what a taco is.
It's a fried tortilla shell.
Is it fried, though?
Not always. That's actually a soft tortilla shell. Okay, but is that bread? Is matzah bread?
I think so.
Is matzah bread?
Yeah.
Is it? It's unleavened, right?
Yeah.
So is it bread? Or
Yeah.
is cracker bread?
Yeah. Why not?
All right, let's move to some ice. Enough of the politics here.
Enough of the food politics.
The politics. All right, so tell me how you feel out there about that. Let me know. We'll discuss it next week in more detail. I'm going to do a little more research. I'm going to call the Taco Bell people, see what they have to say.
I'm going to write to their CEO.
Yeah, right.
Inform him of the decisions. What are you doing?
A little more there.
the golf shakes.
The golf shakes.
The golf shakes.
Oh, and maybe also my problem was today because it was like 500 degrees outside. Then I decided
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah, I decided to drink 2 beers in the second half of the round, and I drank them a little quick together. There was a moment I was.
So you got a little buzz going.
There was a moment. My daughter was asking me to buy something online. There was a moment that I think things got weird.
What? Because you got like a little buzz going.
Yeah, Chappie was getting. I think he was fading in and out of me for a second. I was dehydrating there for a second.
Oh, you got into the danger zone.
Yeah, I think I did for a minute.
Sorry, that's why you got to drink, Gatorade or water.
I did drink a lot of water, dude. I drank 3 of my big Yeti things. So.
And even during
was this hot?
During the fall time when we go golfing, I pack my goff bag full
not so much
of water.
that, but when you're drinking beer at that kind of heat, it's a double whammy.
Yeah.
And I'm being stupid at that point.
Yeah.
I was just like, it was just so slow. I'm like, I gotta drink a beer.
Yeah.
And all I had was an apple, a little tiny apple.
Oh.
That's why I was like, when you came over, you had food. I'm like, that's.
Let me dig into this.
Is there meat in there? Is there what is that? Is that on a bone?
Food.
Is that meat on a bone?
It's a sandwich.
Is it a sandwich?
Is this a sandwich? No, it's a chicken wing. I mean.
The debate continues.
The debate continues.
We'll bring it to the Supreme Court in Indiana.
Chicken wings are sandwiches.
Sandwiches. Oh my gosh! All right, so it mellowed out completely with that ice in there.
I know. Now it's none of that ethanol.
No, almost like a little. If you do
a little bit of banana.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going back in. Wow, that's actually refreshing.
Ooh.
It's like a banana.
Ooh, that's really nice.
It's like almost like a banana drink.
Cinnamon banana bread.
Yeah.
And it became more viscous.
Yeah.
A lot thicker. That's nice.
Yep.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Oh, I know what you can bring tomorrow. So I only have a little bit left. I want to have that as our main drink tomorrow.
Okay.
Go to have a barbecue at my house tomorrow for our Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Go to Total Wine or ABC. Get the Deep Eddy.
Oh yeah.
Get the sweet tea vodka.
Yeah.
So I got peach seltzer. I was drinking that all last weekend when I was in my little staycation. Right. It is cool, refreshing, and delicious.
I can mess with some of that.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll swing by there tomorrow.
When you get it, throw it in the freezer immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll buy 6 bottles of it.
No.
Go ham tomorrow. I don't know, light fireworks
it's not that kind of party. It's only like me and Ken. Ken's not even gonna have. I just have a half bottle. I know that won't be enough once I had people on it. Just bring one more bottle.
Bring the neighbors over. Everyone will start drinking it.
Maybe Steve comes over. We'll see. I invite Steve. We'll see what happens. Do a little burger, dogs, and sausages.
Celebrate Memorial Day.
We got some corn on the cob. We're gonna, do that too.
Have some fireworks.
A couple fireworks we're gonna shoot off.
I say we save the ones that we wanted to do tonight for tomorrow.
All right, I'll do them tonight. We'll see what happens when we start drinking.
You never know.
Hey,
the Bookers has a sway over us, So it's a big weekend for all them high schoolers out there graduating.
There is, yeah. What's going on right now?
Any of the parents that are listening, congratulations to your graduates, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, congratulations, kids, hopefully getting out of the house and going to school. And now you guys are free.
Yeah, finally. You finally have some reprieve. Get to do something. Maybe take a nice vacation.
Go around the house naked.
Whatever you want to do. Yeah, I forget how big of a weekend it is. Like every time, I always forget because obviously I've been out for a while. You've been out for a while.
It's been going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is absolutely delicious on ice. Like I liked it neat, but I'm gonna say like I would throw maybe 2 more cubes in here and chill out in this kind of heat.
Yeah.
As a refreshing.
If you threw this into like a rocks glass.
Yeah. Not this kind of glass exactly.
Yeah.
Rocks glass, come ice in there and let it get nice and cold.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. No, this is tasty on ice. I would like this on ice most of them. I think this is gonna be a nice icy one.
Yeah. This would probably be pretty good frozen too. Not that I'm saying you want to do that.
That's my. And okay. So this bottle is only $55, so I don't mind throwing something like that.
Ooh, that's actually not that bad. We never even talked about the pricing on that.
Yeah, it's only $55, which isn't bad. I bought that, and then I got something else. I'll talk about it. It's the Knob Creek Special Edition, 120 proof or 130 proof.
Dang.
And I tasted that one too. That was we'll probably pull that out later. That was quite smooth and tasty. I'm going to say probably a little better than that. And that was like $75.
Okay.
You know, different
So you went
levels.
there and you didn't break the bank, and you still got some really good selects.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, you know, it was the ones that had the high price because you know how I get right now. I just wasn't anything really impressing me that I wanted to, and I saw those. I'm like, yeah, you know what? And then I got my name in that raffle that I never win.
You might win. They haven't done the poll yet.
Yeah, they haven't.
No.
Oh, okay.
So look on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I gotta check. Okay.
I think they say it's every Sunday or something like that. They do it. I can't remember. They say it's one of those days.
Yeah.
They let a week go by.
This is tasty, man. I really like this on ice. I'm so impressed. Because I know I didn't try this on ice last time. I would remember liking this if I had this on ice when I tried it. I was doing something in my office. I was stressed out. I was just like, I just grabbed a glass. I was just like, I have to pour some of this, man. I gotta try something heavy.
Every once in a while, I like to grab some of my heavier drinks.
Yeah. Now I'm getting excited. We're going to jump into these Bookers here, man. I love the presentations, man.
Bookers are always really cool.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of Bookers, I have a really good whiskey for next week's show.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna talk about it right now, but everyone should prepare themselves.
We're gonna have a guest too.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows it's Steve. Come on now.
Yeah. He's like if we were the Howard Stern show, he's like the guy who keeps coming back on.
He's he's like our adopted frisky whiskey, and
Steve's a bourbon guy, just pops up out of nowhere.
we just adopted him. Sorry, Steve.
It's okay to be adopted by us, man.
We're only slightly delinquent. I don't know.
Yeah, but we have whiskey.
Yeah, that's true. But that also can
I have
tend
a
to lead
collection
towards
that nobody can see. Now, someone maybe gave me an idea. They have those egg display cases. Maybe something like that. I gotta do. I have way too much good whiskey. That nobody. If people came to my house right now, I couldn't. I had to pull them all out.
Yeah.
You know, I was joking with somebody. I dare you to find whiskey in my house. I have it everywhere.
Yeah.
Good luck finding it.
Well, they'll find some of it. They just
They'll
won't
find
find
some
any
of
of the good stuff.
Yeah.
The impressive bottles.
Although, like as I'm going through something, I didn't realize I had my chicken cock island rooster behind in this one. I'm like, oh wait, how are you doing? I forgot I even had you. That's how bad it is. Like, so I don't see anything.
And also, that's one that you should like not have just hanging out.
Right.
That should be like back with the other collections.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I forgot it was there.
Yeah.
Problem because I don't see anything.
That's true.
It's so sad. I have so much to show.
You need to.
Gonna work it out, man.
Just put up a bar. Just do a bar.
Yeah.
Do a cool little like bar in your living room. Make it happen, Captain.
This is so tasty.
What a good whiskey.
Let's see what it says back here, man.
What a good whiskey.
Because we did Yellowstone before, so that means we've done the history before, so I'm not going to...
Yeah. That we have. We have talked about all of the whiskeys that we are trying this evening.
Yeah, but, I mean, Booker's we did a very, very long time ago. When did you go to Boston? And you got stuck there?
July.
So almost a year ago.
Almost a year.
Kind of.
I think that show was in August, if I remember correctly.
All right, so it's time to...
Because that was like mid-July that happened to me. I was up there for a family reunion.
So I did a little staycation. I told you about that.
Yeah.
I stayed at Hudson Island. It was nice there. You know, it's a whole Marriott-like system. We didn't really pay attention. Like, we didn't look into what we were actually into.
Okay.
But we kind of had like a set mind of what we wanted to do anyway. So I don't think it would have mattered. But it's kind of cool to have a main area with a pool and have a bar there at the pool and a couple of restaurants. Oh, okay. There's some really good restaurants in that area, so you're not hurting for restaurants there. But then it's a whole complex. Like the golf course is there, and if you're staying there, you don't have to rent clubs. They will give you clubs if you don't have clubs. It's part
That's
of your
pretty
deal.
cool.
Yeah, it's part of your thing. And
Are they nice clubs?
I don't know. Yeah, you know, a club like that, they're probably decent clubs. You know what I mean? They have like bikes that you can use, and it's a big property because it's also condos and stuff like that. And there's a whole beach section, and then you can take a shuttle to the Marriott Beach Hotel.
Okay.
And they have like a tiki bar there, and you can chill out that pool or go use the beach. It's all part of like what you're staying.
So it's like an all-inclusive type
yeah,
of stay
yeah,
thing.
it was kind of cool.
That is pretty
Now,
cool.
I did go out and have some good eat some good food from good restaurants. I found an Irish pub I told you about, Carson's.
Yeah.
Awesome place. I heard, and I didn't go on Friday. I'll probably do it this Friday. They do something like on Fridays only. They have a French dip sandwich, and they slow cook it from the day before into the next day. And apparently the jus is like amazing. I think they did some Guinness in there or something.
I mean, you'd have to.
You know, but we went there on Saturday after playing golf, and you know, it was a nice little place. Had some, some Schmiddicks and some. I had a Reuben.
I need to go because you know me and Irish bars.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
And then I went to some really good seafood places for dinner.
I do love good
I had
seafood
some
places.
lobster. I had a triple tail, which is like a nice flaky white fish. Oh man, no, it was a nice little staycation. I chilled out by the pool,
Just had relaxed
drinking
time.
my Deep Eddy and peach seltzer.
All right.
Oh, refreshing.
So Deep Eddy is the alcohol, right?
Yes.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's almost like it's almost a reversal of the other drink I make with
Yeah.
the bird dog. It's just reversed.
Yeah.
This time the tea is the alcohol, and I'm putting the peach into it. Whereas the other one is the peach alcohol, and I put the unsweet tea into it. So
Okay.
I'm reversing it.
You are.
But it's just a really good flavor.
You can make like a whole thing of that.
No, it's delicious. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't had it in a long time. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, but it's a poolside drink. So wait,
Which
let's
one do
look
you
at
want
these
to start
cards.
with?
Well, wait. Well, let's do it. Let's see what we got here.
We should probably start with O2, right? Because we have O2 and
that's
O3.
the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually worked out.
Yeah. So go ahead and grab O2. I'll read it off if you want as you're cranking it open. I'm not sure if that's the O2.
Because I can't see that small lettering anymore.
All right. Is that O2?
That's O2.
All right. O2. So everyone that knows, right, any of the bookers comes with these cool cards. So when we did it, it was Charlie's batch, and we had gone off of that. So this particular one is the Apprentice batch. Now, there's always the people out there who have their opinions, strong or not, about how delicious a specific batch is. And as you know, these come out fairly regularly. This one, the age on it is 7 years, 1 month, and 2 days. It's at 125.5 proof.
Oof.
Has the Apprentice batch. So this batch pays homage to the early days of my dad, Booker No's career, far before he was the 6th generation master distiller, when he first learned the art of making bourbon under the guidance of his cousin, Carl Beam. When Booker started working at the Jim Beam Distillery in Claremont in 1952, Carl became like a mentor to him. Back then, they didn't have official titles like Master Distiller, but everyone knew Carl was in charge. He didn't put up with any foolishness and made sure Booker was set straight. But even if Booker did mess around sometimes, he was a fast learner and was ready to be put to work. And that quickly got him Carl's approval. 2 years after Booker started, we purchased the distillery in Boston, Kentucky, to increase our production capabilities. Carl and Booker worked closely together to get it up and running, and eventually Carl handed the reins over to Booker. This is where he was able to experiment and master the bourbon making process, and later on, the location was renamed the Booker No Distillery. Carl showed Booker the ropes at the distillery, but from there, his approach was sink or swim, and it was just the push Booker needed. His apprenticeship under Carl helped him become the master distiller and legendary innovator we all remember him as today.
Nice. Now, is the flavor profile on that backside?
So, let's see.
I was trying to get the website, but I hate when it kicks you back out. You
Yeah.
do the whole.
So the master distiller notes, right? So this one, as with any of the bookers, right? They come from different warehouses. These are these are blends. So 7% came from 7th floor, 9-story warehouse H. 9% came from 4th floor of 7-story warehouse W. 11% came from 4th floor of 7-story warehouse I. 18% came from the 4th floor of 7-story warehouse O. 19% from the 4th floor of 9-story warehouse G, and 36 came from 4th floor of 7-story warehouse Z. So as far as it goes for flavor, so the aroma is going to be well balanced with notes of vanilla and toasted nuts. And the first sip just says doesn't overpower the warm taste. So
Okay, so was it vanilla warm nuts?
So for the nose, it's supposed to be vanilla and toasted nuts.
Toasted nuts, not warm nuts. I had warm nuts.
It's warm outside, so maybe that's on the brand. I don't know.
They were hot all day to eat, so you know.
So it says the long finish doesn't overpower the warm taste. So I'm assuming we're going to have a little bit of the alcohol burn in there. We'll probably have some nice balance of some savoriness.
Who's here?
I always have to do it at the.
Okay, good.
Good spice.
Nice. Yeah.
No, that's pleasant.
It's actually there's a spice, but it's not overtaking.
Actually, I want to take one more swig of water
Yeah, me too.
just to be sure.
Just thinking the same thing. All right.
I want to be sure on this one. All right. Yeah, no, that's spot on. So vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla, it's a little spice.
There's a little earthiness in there.
It hits you right back here too. Yeah.
But that's at high proof,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. right, I'm going in.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Let's do it.
Excited here. Here we go. Oh, that's tasty.
Ooh.
The heat is not overbearing. Like the Yellowstone actually had a little more heat, in my opinion. This is like a mellow, low tempered heat. It's there. It's not going anywhere.
So this one, for me, the heat lasts longer.
Yeah, it's just hanging there.
But it doesn't interrupt the flavor at all.
No, but it's just hanging there. It's just a low tempered heat.
Yeah.
Like I think the Yellowstone is a little bit hotter to me. But this is nice.
So that initial flavor, I'm trying to put my finger on it. It's dry, but that's probably the ethanol content, right? Kind of the high alcohol content drawing off the tongue. There's something else there. It's deep. There's like a deep flavor right at the beginning, and then it's just hot. And then it kind of settles down, and then you can taste everything else, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what that flavor is, though. I'm trying to pull on it, but I can't.
It's like a molasses. It's molasses. I feel it.
I could see that.
Yeah. So this is one of the ones I got in my whiskey hunting. I've been whiskey hunting lately. You know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm in all these new areas right now, which we'll talk about in our next show.
Yeah.
And I'm stopping. So I was correct. That place that we always talk about in Jupiter, Casters, is the one I bought myself online for. They do most of their business online.
Oh, okay.
That's where I found the chicken cock, that other one that was like. I'm seeing prices all over the board for that one. I'm seeing $4.99. I'm seeing $2.99.
Well, you got it for cost.
I got it for like $2.20 or something like that, whatever it was.
Yeah, you got it for probably cost.
Yeah. You had one left. If you had more, I would have mainlined again, like I did with the other one.
Which I benefit from. Thank you very much.
You
I still haven't cracked mine yet.
Barely like you.
I can't blame you.
No, I've been doing some good hunting though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm into it. You know, I'm finding some cool stuff.
That vanilla. Sorry.
You know, so that's how I found the Bookers.
You know, it's one of those things. I always like when you can come across a Booker's. Now, I know, again, I think I said it when we were starting this whole thing with the Booker's today. Like, everyone has their opinions of the different blends and everything like that. But who doesn't want to actually have all of them? Like, I would want every single one that I could get my hands on.
Awesome against the wall, too,
right?
How they display.
Like, it's just kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool, and they're each unique.
That's what's happening to us, though. You realize that?
I know.
I mean, I have those ones with all that artwork on them. I mean, not being displayed. Like this is our whiskey, our Scotch box is an awesome display. These are awesome displays. We have so much now. We have cans of whiskey. You know, I mean, we have we have something to show off. We'll talk about that later. I'm hurting here. I'm hurting here, people. I can't. No one can see my whiskey. Okay? It's a secret.
Keep it secret.
I know where it is.
And I know there.
You know where it is.
I do.
Kind of. Even if you go back there, it gets lost. You're like, it's like 4 deep.
Last time you sent me back there, I literally just ripped the whole cabinet out and just was like, where is it? Broke like 3 bottles. He was upset with me.
What's the sun doing over there for us?
Well, I know. It's moved over there now.
What's the earth doing?
Summertime.
It's just like global warming.
Yeah.
Global warming and tacos are sandwiches now. It's all ending. It's all
Florida's going underwater.
Florida's going underwater.
Tacos are sandwiches.
Tacos are sandwiches. Cats and dogs living together.
Pandemonium.
Let's just take some more whiskey during all that. World's going to crap. Yeah, we're going to drink some whiskey.
Oh, man. That does look like we have a storm setting up over there.
We
need rain so
as
bad.
I'm driving around, I'm seeing all these areas getting more and more brown now. Because I sometimes drive back and forth the same area like 500 times a week. So I'm like seeing that now. Like
it's weird because usually at this time of the year in South Florida, it's
like every afternoon.
Like clockwork. Yeah. Rain. But then we had like a super wet winter, which we never had.
We had a very wet winter, yeah.
It never rains during the winter here. Like, that's like the reprieve. It's like you get no humidity. The weather is literally just beautiful blue skies all for the entire winter. It's really temperate. But this year, it was like nothing but rain constantly. It was weird having a thunderstorm in the middle of
That gets spicier as you drink it.
Well, it's probably because it gets mellowing in the glass, The vanilla's kind of gone away.
Yeah, it's just like cinnamon and spice to me right now. All right, let's do some ice.
Yeah.
Ice, baby. It was so funny. I had to go talk to somebody about that ice. I was like, I feel like I'm doing a drug deal. Like, I need 6 pieces of ice, baby. I can't tell. I'll explain it more next week. But what I had to get was called ice, and I had to go get them from her. I'm like, I need 6 pieces of ice.
Like blocks of ice?
It wasn't ice though.
No, I'm just gonna say it's blocks of ice.
No, it was a color. We'll call it that for now.
Okay. So it was. You went and grabbed a bunch of blocks of ice because this is the 1910s, and there's like ice lakes.
Ice lakes in Florida.
I mean, they got hockey rinks, dude. I mean, I don't know.
You're younger than me. You can handle this hair more than I can.
Okay. I don't even know what's going on.
I poured. I was just a hair off.
I'm just here to hang out. You just keep telling me I have to come over here every other week and do something. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Throw this thing in front of me. I hit a button and off we go.
Off we go to Booker's.
So if I remember correctly from the Charlie's batch that we had, which is 01
Right.
2023.
Yes.
Right, so you'll notice that we have 02 and 03 over
Yes.
here. I remember the ice didn't actually impact it that much. If I remember correctly, it didn't mellow out much of any of the heat or anything like that. It just made it, at the time, for us, slightly more tolerable because we were not at that level yet.
It definitely mellowed.
Yeah, the ethanol flavor is not there. It smells. They're not.
It's much sweeter now. It definitely went.
You
sweeter.
can smell the sweetness.
Yeah, it definitely went sweeter.
Vanilla's right there on the nose. The toastiness is gone.
It's completely different. That's a different whiskey.
Ooh, I kind of like it though.
Yeah, that's a completely different whiskey.
Although,
no, this is not at all the same sensations we had the last one. In fact, I'm going to throw the ice cube in there.
Okay, there it is. I was going to say it's kind of disappointing because like the heat went away, but then it just came back.
Really? I haven't thought about
just
that.
lightly. It's super light
that
now.
sun's hitting me too. I'm getting hot. I've been sweating all day. I don't want to sweat anymore.
Keep sweating.
But Fat Boy here. As you heard me in the last couple of shows losing weight, I am now officially at my pre-pandemic weight.
Hell yeah, dude!
I'm at 240.
Okay, dude.
240
Congratulations.
The day that fucking thing started.
Congratulations.
I'm losing weight pretty good here.
Nice.
Naturally.
You'll keep losing more.
Yeah.
The more that you're running around all willy-nilly.
I'm eating so much fruit right now because it's like hot and it's like refreshing. Yeah. Like I'm killing fruit right now. Like, I can't eat enough of it right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
You should start growing some.
My poor garden. Oh my God, you had to say that out loud. It is in such bad shape right now. It is, and you'll understand why next week. I had this killer garden, and now it is like
sad.
I'm gonna do something to it this weekend.
You need to. Maybe tomorrow. You should spend some time with it.
In the morning. I get up early in the morning. I'm gonna set up the grill and then do that for like an hour, and then get out. Within more than an hour tomorrow. I'll give the grill 20 minutes.
Give it some love.
The grill gets 20 minutes. That gets an hour. I go right back inside.
Yeah.
And then
and if you do it before the heat, like the sun really starts baking everything, you'll be fine. You won't even sweat anything.
Yeah. I start shooting mortars at my neighbors' houses.
It's war.
I got Excalibur.
I pulled it from the stone. Right. Actually, I just got a really good discount on it.
21 shots. Actually, Dan's not going to be here. Our neighbor. He's she's waltzing across Europe.
Oh,
Good for him.
Nice. He deserves it.
But always I like him for the holidays. He's always cool to hang out with. Yeah, I have a cool
good conversation.
Yeah, I have a cool neighbor.
You do.
Yeah, I really like this on ice, but to me, it's a completely different whiskey. So I think
the
them
depth
both.
has gone away.
Yeah, I like them both. I think I like it neat better.
Same.
I'm just drinking more ice on it because that sun's hitting me right now. So I just want to,
don't make excuses. It's fine. You walked yourself into that.
We're about to have technical difficulties. When we come back, it'll just be me.
Come back from where?
Where's the Frisky Whiskey sign? It's gone.
Tacos or sandwiches?
Oh, man.
But yeah, there's something that's changed about it, right? So
Yeah, it is not the same whiskey. In my opinion.
I don't mind it, but I definitely do have a preference. It's,
Yeah, no, this is a neat one. I would like this neat with a nice little cigar. Yeah, thank you.
don't go knocking it over.
No, I would like this. This is neat with a cigar, in my
Yeah.
opinion. This is a nice after dinner.
Yeah.
You know, you want to treat yourself to a nice little.
If it wouldn't be like $400 for a glass of it at Angry Moon, I'd say let's do it there. But you know,
How much is it there?
I don't know. Everything.
I mean, Angry Moon's like $400, and we always pay it, and we always get surprised when we have that $800 bill. We have it.
What?
That damn Ukrainian chick, bartender. No, we were just dangerous because we just start pointing and ordering, not looking at the menu.
Yeah, because we know what we like.
Oh, you have that? Oh, let's have a glass.
I want that one.
Oh, that's $100 a shot. Oh, well, yeah.
Eh, whatever. You know, you live once.
Yeah. We've lived more than once, I'm going to say.
I do like it.
It's just not the same. Like I said, it's cooling me off right now. That's all it's doing right now. Because I needed that.
Definitely the Yellowstone on ice, 100%.
100% on ice.
That is so good on
Yes.
ice. This one is a little bit. It's a little bit of a letdown on ice. It was good on. You know, it was good neat.
Agreed.
I will say, I think Charlie's batch is better. I had it a little bit more recently. I'll give you some. Next week's episode.
Just takes a little bit so I remember.
Yeah. So you remember because you'll have this fresh-ish in your mind. So like I think Charlie's batch is a little bit better than this one.
Well, we'll try this one next. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And whichever one you think is the closest to your Charlie's batch, I'll bring a little vial over next week.
Okay. All right.
We'll drop some drops in Steve's mouth.
This is how you drink whiskey from now on, Steve.
Oh, my God.
Just gonna baby bird his whiskey to him.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Sorry, Steve. Sorry. Indeed. It's good though. It's good.
It just the ice just kind of took the luster away.
Yeah, it took the oomph that the whiskey had. Because what it ended up doing is
it held its heat with the ice.
well.
It
So
did.
this one, yeah, it did.
It did.
But this one had it for a little bit, but then the flavors I don't know. It was just the flavors that we were pulling with it.
It just wasn't the same whiskey.
Kind of disappeared.
Yeah, it just wasn't the same whiskey. Now I'm pretty sure I had this one. I'm pretty sure I opened this one already.
Well, if you didn't open the other one, you definitely opened this one.
I mean, as you can tell, too. Look, I only had. Yeah, you weren't here that night. There's no way me and you did that. It's impossible.
That is a single glass right there.
Yeah, that was.
Maybe a little dab extra, but like that's
that same night. But then it hasn't come out since. So I have no idea. So yeah, you got to read the card because like I can't read anymore at all.
so this one.
And I'm illiterate anyway, so
That's fine.
Yeah, you people know that already.
So this is the Mighty Fine batch.
The Mighty Fine batch. Cool.
All right. So this one was aged 7 years, 1 month, and 10 days.
Ooh.
This one is coming in at a whopping 126.6, so a proof higher than the other one.
And this was
That's 150.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
So 115, 125, 126.
Nice.
So being called Mighty Fine Batch. It's named in honor of the signature phrase Booker No used to compliment anything he approved of, from his namesake bourbon to his country ham. If you knew Booker, then you knew Mighty Fine was his go-to phrase. He would often get together with other folks in the bourbon industry to taste samples of Booker's bourbon, and everyone knew he was happy with his selection when he slapped it and said it was Mighty Fine, followed by, "That's a damn good batch." Shortly before he passed away in 2004, Freddie selected the barrel. I'm trying to read this as not
Right.
Saying my dad. It's weird. So
And my dad.
Freddie No selected the barrels for a Booker's bourbon batch for the very first time. Freddie was a little nervous at first, and he had big shoes to fill. After tasting the sample, he shared with him. He looked at him and said, "Mighty fine job, son. A lot of people thought it was one of the best batches, but receiving his dad's vote of confidence made it that much more special for him. I'll never forget. He'll never forget that moment. See, it's weird if I say I'll never forget it. I already forgot it. It wasn't even there.
I'm trying to remember where I even got this one from, but keep going.
Booker was not one to embellish his compliments with many descriptive words, but Fred has a feeling he would say that this batch is mighty fine, and he hopes that we think so too. Okay. So this one, was this the one that we picked up at that cool place over off of...
That's where we got it from. The sketch. No. This is
the sketchy place.
The sketch place. Where we had to go in there with a gun to get out. How did you pack in that day?
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah. So 2% of this came from 5th floor of 7-story warehouse Q, 3% from 6th floor of 7-story warehouse Z, 8% from 5th floor of 9-story warehouse G, 10% from 6th floor of 7-story warehouse I, 10% from 5th floor of 9-story warehouse H, 12% from 5th floor of 9-story warehouse G, and 55% came from 5th floor of 7-story warehouse 3.
Say that really fast now. Go do it.
No. Bro, there's too many numbers and percentages.
That's like a tongue twister.
I know, right? So let's see.
You did good.
So the nose is very pleasant with all the characteristics Booker looked for in his namesake bourbon. Vanilla and brown sugar sweetened notes come through very well with white oak barrels. This bourbon aged is in for over 7 years. The taste is great and full-bodied. When Freddie added a splash of water, it opened up some great flavors. With a finish that gives a lovely Kentucky hug. Booker would say that this is a mighty fine batch of Bookers, which is kind of weird saying that your own batch is mighty fine. But so look,
hey,
vanilla and brown sugar is what we should be getting on the nose.
Okay, let's do some pouring. Your glass is good.
Yeah, I rinsed it. So the thing that I really do like about Booker's is the fact that they blend it so well, and each one of them. So if you pay attention to the to our Instagram, I posted a picture of a whiskey that's going to be on next week's, and it's very similar in story. These whiskeys just have really cool stories behind them, and the history behind Booker's and all that is just really freaking cool. And they do. It just seems like they do a lot to make it what they think is going to be a quality product. Yeah. And I can appreciate that.
A little mystique to it,
and it's always going to be different.
Yeah.
Right. Even if these were still technically grabbed at the same time and bottled at the same time, the blends are different, right?
These are people who collect. These are people who are. You buy Booker's because you're a drinker. You're buying it for a reason. You're not buying this to go to the store to bring to your friend's house and start drinking a bottle of whiskey at.
No. Dang. Okay.
Wow.
Vanilla, brown sugar. They weren't wrong. There's that molasses right in there.
Yep. And there's some little
the ethanol is a little bit stronger on this one. I think.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit more tingling. It's tingling a little bit higher. Yeah.
It's like the spicy mush you get from a Chinese restaurant right there.
Yeah, the Coleman's.
Yeah, or the Coleman's. Ooh, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going in.
Yeah. Let's do it. Awesome. Instantly, it dried my mouth out, and then it was just a beautiful flavor of
I don't remember this at all. Wow, this is so good.
There's an earthiness, almost like the toasted nuts of the other one. It's like it came out in the flavor on this one. It's really good.
Tasty. Oh,
it's dry.
Definitely very dry.
It's got a good amount of heat, but the heat doesn't linger. It's it introduces itself.
Right, and it goes away. It kind of
it's hey, what's up? Climb. And then it deuces out so that the other flavors kind of come
almost
in. This is good.
Almost like if someone, oh my God, a comedian said this. It's like you had a midget friend who was running away. And you get smaller and smaller. That's how, I hate to say it, but that's how this is going. It's the heat goes smaller and smaller and smaller. So that comedian was David Hell. We'll blame him for that one. You got to be a David Hell fan if you listen to Frisky Whiskey, by the way. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
We just give a shout out to our listeners out there, man.
Yeah, the listeners all over the world.
Munich.
We got them out there. We got them out in Iceland.
We got people around here listening to us.
We got people out here.
We got the Amish.
Yeah.
Shout out to Derek. Derek, I know you listen to us, man. Thank you.
Yeah. We got people. We got people.
Wolfgang still listens.
I'm appreciating the fact that we still have a very consistent base of people.
Yeah.
It's. I won't say...
And the people.
And the people.
And
I can't say that it's because of you we continue doing this, but we definitely enjoy doing it more because you listen.
yes.
We'll do it either way, even if 0 people listen to us.
Doing it either way.
Because we're still going to drink whiskey and hang out.
There's financial implications for us doing it too, though. So.
But the fact that you enjoy listening to it, you keep coming back,
Yeah.
it actually does mean something to me.
It means something to Amish people use our time to listen to only
Our time or their time?
Oh, whose time? I don't know. I'm drinking some high volume stuff here tonight.
Mighty fine.
The people.
But no, seriously, like I always appreciate all of our listeners, and it's always cool when I get to hop on. I look at all of our analytics for us. I'm nerding out over it.
You're the tech guy.
So it's like it's always cool whenever I pop on and I see Nigeria on there suddenly, and I'm like, like why? Like why? Like it's not like we advertise anywhere. It's like we are pretty we're pretty low key. So
yeah, we are.
It's just cool when we see different countries popping on to listen to us, and I hope that everyone likes it. I mean, from the analytics that I can see, everyone actually listens to the full episodes or damn near close.
Oh, they should.
So it's like, I appreciate that because it's not all of this is off the cuff. We just have fun with it. We have fun drinking whiskey. We have fun talking about it, and trying to just share our opinions with the people as well as our weird stories.
I like the little pictures there, man. Check it out. The little picture.
What's that?
The little picture there. The guy on the label, the blue label. The little picture.
Oh, yeah.
And then now look at the little picture here. Now that's the Mighty Fine.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of cool. I just noticed that. That is actually really cool.
So that would make sense. It kind of looks like an Apprentice, kind of like looking at...
So on their labels, which, I mean... on their labels, they have these
that
pictures
kind of looks like it's a still.
that is talking about, like as he said, Mighty Fine. So they're talking about how he would say it was Mighty Fine with his ham. So
yeah.
So it was a stamp, the Mighty Fine stamp.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those.
I like that.
Yeah, I know.
Throw that back up front.
Yeah, there we go. You keep things sympathetic, you got to keep things straight away, man. OCD
Got to keep it going,
Worst thing I ever did was buy that damn black truck. I love my truck. But my OCD in black is just not going to... We're having so many problems. There's so much stuff in my truck.
Should have bought a white one.
I know.
Well, people say you notice the dirt more. What you do, you care about it less because it takes longer to build up and show.
Yeah. But on black...
It's instant. It's like, bam.
Even a fingerprint, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Bird poops on it, you're like instantly like,
and there's
bird.
I can't stop getting... I have to keep using that stuff you told me to get.
Yeah.
I can't stop getting stuff on my car that requires that stuff. It's like...
You know what you should do?
Just give up.
No. No, I'm not saying give up. Not at all. No. Look, you have a nice vehicle, and I think you should take care of it.
I love my truck.
But what you should do is get yourself like some PPF on there. It's a protective film. It's like a polypropylene film that you put on it, and it costs a little bit, but like literally, what would have to do? You would rinse it off with water, everything fall off.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to spray any more shit.
Almost like Rennex.
Yeah. But it's like permanent for, I think it's good for like 10 years.
Oh.
So like you could put it on there, and then everything's just going to fall off of it when you rinse it off with water. So you go to a job site or something like that, it gets all dusty, you rinse it off you go. That way you're not spending it. Over time, it would probably equate to less money than buying that spray constantly.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I got to order more spray. Now,
yeah.
I know
and they offer it for full truck. So like,
really?
You could do it. It's like I said, it's going to be a little bit pricey, but it would offset in the long run.
For me, my OCD is it's
I think it'd be worth it for you. Because then even now, like if it rains, that doesn't knock the dirt off.
Right. No.
But if it did with the PPF, it would actually fall off. Yeah. It's like a non-stick pan.
I lost one of my magnets too. Can I tell about that?
What's that?
One of my magnets on the car.
Yeah.
I lost one of them.
It just fell off?
We'll talk about more next week, but I have a feeling for that to fall off, for what I do in the morning when I put it back on, I take them off at night because I don't want the water, that moisture from night, the dew, sit with it. Someone told me to take them off at night.
Yeah.
So in the morning, I always get up, I wipe them down,
Yeah.
wipe both of my car, and I put the things on there. I was with the rag, I push, so I know it's on there. Something had happened a day before it was gone.
Okay.
With another competitor, if you will.
Okay.
Called a TIFF.
Turf wars.
You know how I get.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got brick, I got brick. We can throw some bricks at each other if you want. You know, said it like that. Maybe with a couple curse words behind it. So I have a feeling that their guy took it because honestly, I remember being on there when I got to where I was going, and then I went to the site where I was going, and where I parked, they could have got to it without me seeing it on that side of the car where it was going. I still think.
Did they have one on theirs?
No.
I was going to say, go take theirs.
Yeah, no. I'm just going to pull their stuff up and make it look like they did a bad job.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
There you go. Turf Wars.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot to talk about this week.
Next week's going to be a fun episode. Yeah. Actually, while, as we're getting into this, I know you poured a little
I was like, I'm almost scared to put ice. I almost want to, stop. There we go. Oh, okay, last one.
Yeah. But no, next week's episode. So I'll spoil what the title is of it because we did one about a year ago. For the folks that have been listening to us for a while, we're doing our annual Frisky Whiskey and State of Address.
Frisky Whiskey and.
Yeah, the Frisky Whiskey and State of Address. So I'm actually pretty excited for that episode because. One, the whiskeys that we're drinking, boy, they're going to be badass.
Nice. And they're not from my collection either.
They're from my collection.
Yeah. I think Steve's going to bring one too, though.
Steve is going to bring specials for, I think, us to try off air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh. I think his is off air.
Oh.
So, no, it's going to be a fun episode. It's something that we've been excited about.
I got ribs, man. Should we smoke?
For next week? We can. Why not?
I gotta use them
at my house. So you want to
I was gonna do them tomorrow, but I don't have time to do them tomorrow.
Yeah, bring them over. Yeah. Bring them over early. It's like Saturday or something. Or when are we doing it? We'll talk about that after. We'll talk about that after. What?
But
you can bring them over early if you want. I can smoke them up. I have the smoker at my house.
I know you do. That's why I brought it up. I got to use them. I got to use those ribs.
Let's throw them on there.
I got two of them.
I could make some of my homemade barbecue sauce, which is that nice little sweet spicy.
I got my rub.
Do that. Make some good. Make some good food.
Yeah, I know we're getting close to the end here.
I know we
are.
We are.
And we're talking. We're having a good time. We're drinking some high powered stuff here. I mean, we're going from 115 to 125 to 126. Yeah. So with ice, it definitely mellowed out.
But the nose hasn't changed too much.
It's not as bad, but despite that ethanol's gone again.
Yeah, the ethanol's gone, but you still get that vanilla and brown sugar.
This is better on ice because a little bit of heat is right there now in the back of my throat. The molasses comes out more on ice. Once again, though, I'm going to say neat.
Yeah.
Neat. Do not put ice on your bookers.
Well, they did say that with a little bit of water, it's really good and pops the flavors. So I think maybe it's just it's a water, not a
too much ice water.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's the thing, though. And this is something goes back to when I used to do wine classes. Once upon a time, I owned a restaurant. I used to do wine classes, and I do wine classes for other restaurants. Yep. I had to deal with them. And the one thing I always said was, it doesn't matter what it says it should pair with. It's what you like first.
Yeah.
So if you don't like just neat, you don't like just drops, you like that ice and the coldness.
Yeah.
These are not going to be whiskeys you're going to like in the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't.
They're not for you.
Not for you.
They weren't meant for you, anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are so many good whiskey drinkers out there who like the ice cube.
Yeah.
Where Scotch, I think Scotch, you truly have to do.
Yeah, we learned the hard way from Scotch in the Box, yes. And then doing all like the. If you've been listening, we did like a few in a row of Scotch. Yeah. Like we learned our lesson, and it actually made a massive difference.
Yes. But I think with bourbon and whiskey, people do like the ice.
Yeah.
So I can't say you have to do it with the water, but you don't. And if you're not really into it without the ice, you're not going to enjoy it no matter what you put the water in.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like you might like it with the ice in there. Let's put it this way: if you are an enthusiast and you've been drinking it neat, you're not going to like it with ice. If you are trying it for the first time, you might actually need it with ice because it'll actually hit you a little bit smoother than just neat.
Like your cube, my cube pretty much melted. Now it's actually going back to the heat. Try it again. The heat actually just came back.
It did.
It did.
Slowly creeping back
Yeah,
on.
it came back.
Before it was like you
Yeah.
took a sip and then it would like hit the back of your
Yeah,
throat.
yeah.
Now it's like actually on the tongue again. That's nice. I like that.
That's actually a good feature.
So it's a feature.
It's a feature of this whiskey.
Paid extra for it.
Right? It's a condition.
But I think it's pretty solid. I mean, my preference for this one, definitely neat. But now that I'm like, it's sitting here and kind of airing out with ice, it's actually getting good again. So I don't know, maybe water is the right way to go. Don't do the ice. Maybe like 3-4 drops of water in there.
Yeah.
You know, and it'll be in the right spot. A little bit dulled down on the heat, but pull out those extra flavors. I don't know. But with that said, Mike D, we got to wrap this up. It has been a moment.
Yep.
We have drank 3 fantastic whiskeys. Always a huge fan of Booker's. I know, again,
It's a fun adventure.
you never know what you're getting into,
It's
and
a
they
fun
do such a
adventure.
good job blending and introducing uniqueness, and the stories behind them are awesome. Of course, Yellowstone, they're up there in my opinion. They're up there with Catoctin Creek as far as the quality.
Yeah.
I've never had a bad Yellowstone whiskey. I think I didn't even know they had this high of proof, to be honest with you. I did, and then having it is actually fun because like it kind of showcases what they can do.
Yes.
And the flavors they can pull out, which it's a fantastic whiskey, both neat and on ice. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already done so, please head over to our Instagram, head over to our Facebook, head over to our YouTube. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to all the things that we're constantly doing behind the scenes, doing the fun stuff. Make sure you check out this episode on YouTube, as well as all the other ones. We generally post every other Wednesday at 4 p.m. Make sure you check out foxcigar.com for all your cigar needs.
Fast shipping.
Fast shipping, like stupid fast. As long as you buy $25 worth of stuff, it's free. And it's insane. It gets to us here in South Florida
in 2 days.
from Arizona
In 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because that means that your cigars arrive fresh. They also have the other thing. So if you're not into cigars, they have ashtrays. They have really like awesome lighters.
Lighters, cutters.
They have all the things that you would want. So check them out. But with that said, Mike D, it has been quite the adventure this evening.
It has, and I like the Bookers. I had fun with the Bookers tonight.
It has been
Like I said, these are treats.
Yeah.
This could be a regular thing.
That could be a regular at
For a price,
$55. Yeah. You can't cry about that price.
These are treats. These go back into the collection. Probably don't touch them for months now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But we did it.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, cheers. Have a good evening, everybody.